Hello everybody and welcome to my video. Today I will be doing something completely different than what I normally do, and I will be reviewing Star Wars Squadrons story mode instead of, well, a movie or show. Spoiler alert for pretty much this entire video for Squadrons. I won't be reviewing the multiplayer mode of this game much, mainly just game mechanics that also are in multiplayer. I'll just be doing the story mode, so if you're looking to see a review for the multiplayer part of this game, don't watch this video. I don't want to waste your time. Go watch something else. So, for anyone who doesn't know, Squadron Story Mode primarily takes place shortly after the Battle of Endor and Return of the Jedi. You play as both the Empire and the New Republic, and both sides have interesting stories. Squadrons is really good in my opinion. It's not perfect, but it's great for any Star Wars fan. Squadrons is a canon game, and that's great for me, because it means this story is official to Star Wars, if you didn't know that. That is a really good thing in my opinion, and it just makes me so much more interested in the story. The story itself is great, and there are just a ton of cutscenes. It's almost like a movie, really. You don't have to pay a penny for the story mode after you buy the game, which is great, especially for EA. It's a step in the right direction because, EA is just infamous for having so many in-game purchases, and Squadrons has, I think, cosmetics you can buy, but I didn't even see an option to buy anything in the story mode, which, that's just awesome. Also, first person flying is really immersive. It can be hard to get used to at first, I'll admit that, but it just kind of clicked for me after a little bit. I just liked it a lot. Flying in third person makes it easier to see who's tailing you in like a fight or something, and that is definitely something you have to get used to. Like Star Wars Battlefront 2 is another game I have, and if you like this, maybe I'll review that, but if they have like a mode where you fly around, and that's in third person, so you can see who's behind you, and it makes it easier to fight them, but it's definitely something that you have to get used to, like I said. But I think it's a great trade-off too, because in first person, you're in the interior of your ship, so you can see all these like little gadgets and different things like that show how many like missiles you have left, and it's really an immersive way to show you that kind of stuff, and I really like that. I can appreciate that. It's a risk to take for a game like this, but I think it paid off. Flying is just really exciting in Squadrons, from it being in first person so you don't know who's behind you. It's got that kind of unpredictability with it. It's just so fun to spin around and like boost across a Star Destroyer, saying like an A-Wing, and that's fun. I really like that. Also, I love the variety of different ships, especially now since they added TIE Defenders and B-Wings, because at first they said they weren't adding new content to this game. It was just like, they released it and they might do like a bug fix, but that would be it. But no, they added like actually new content, and that's really great. So hopefully they keep doing that, and it was a free update too. Like what I said, that's a great step for EA. And those ships are just really fun, but I do wish they found a way to put those in the story, because it's not like the developers' fault on this, but the story just has the ships that the game's launched with, and it doesn't have a B-Wing or a TIE Defender, and that's fine, like I said, but it would be cool if they just gave you the option to play as it. The characters in the story mode are very interesting. The developers did an incredible job giving all the main characters a personality, and even a lot of minor characters have some personality too. You can really tell just by something like this that passion went into this game, and like I've just said on and on, EA is, you never did that deal with an EA game, but I think they did a good job on this game, and that's hard for me to admit because I hate EA, but they did a good job here. Even though I just talked about how great first person was, it is definitely hard to get started with. It just kinda clicked for me, but I doubt that will be the case for everyone. I can see that as a major weak point about Squadrons, especially multiplayer, but it kept me immersed throughout the story at least. Although, speaking about the story, I think it's too short. Like, it's good, it's not bad, but it's just 14 missions, and I feel like this could have been stretched out to at least 20. And keep this in mind, this isn't a game that's based around the story. I don't think, like, from a budgetary standpoint, that would make sense, since they talked the most about their multiplayer. But I think it just would have been so much of a better game if they just spent a little bit more time on it. I just see this as a missed opportunity for adding new side plots in the story and just more background and lore. Another thing about the story, it doesn't make sense how Lyndon died and came back. I kinda like that as a mystery, but I wish they explained it at least a little bit. They said he knows the Starhawk inside out, before he died, and that's how he survived, but it doesn't make sense. It seems a little lazy, at least to me, that that's how he came back. But I'm conflicted about this one because I think the mystery is great, but I'm just really curious. If you don't like Star Wars, you won't like this game's story. It just doesn't stand alone well by itself. It's great for someone who likes Star Wars, it's just not for someone who doesn't. It's just not interesting if you don't care about this already, and the story's main drawing point for me is that it's based in this universe. Now, this is definitely something for me. I don't think everyone will feel this way, but the Imperial side is much less engaging than the New Republic. The New Republic side felt fresh and interesting, while the Empire just did what it always does and blew stuff up. Trading with Starhawk, which was, of course, what the New Republic did, and protecting it was much more fun. At least I thought that, but I didn't like the Empire how it just kind of did what it always does, and that's fine. I guess someone has to do it, but I wish they had something a little more unique, and I don't know what that should have been, but that's just something I wish about this game. Also, I don't think how a Starhawk was such a big deal in the first place. We never really saw it in action. We saw it tractor beam a Star Destroyer, but it didn't do much. The Star Destroyer was fine and got repairs. So I wish we saw the Starhawk do something big, like blow up a fleet of ships, because people said, like, everyone hyped it up. They said, oh, this thing is jam-packed with ammunitions and all this stuff. And I think that's actually, like, almost a direct quote. I don't think it's, like, a complete quote. But everyone hyped it up, and we never really saw it in action. We just saw it get blown up and get disabled, and it wasn't that interesting. I wish we saw it take out a few ships. I don't know. It's just something to make it more interesting. Anyway, I like Squadrons. If you're not a Star Wars fan, it won't be good though, so you've been warned. Also, just this is me warning you, don't get this game if you don't like Star Wars. I don't think you're gonna like it. As a Star Wars fan though, I can't think of many bad things about it. But I can think of a lot of great things, really. It wasn't a bad story mode at all, and I thought that it was incredible. I rate it a 9 out of 10. So, thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, because it would really mean a lot. Make sure to tell me if there are any movies or shows you'd like to see me review next. And I'm going to play Squadrons in a minute. I'm actually going to do that. But also, this is about the 1-year anniversary of my channel, so thank you guys if you've watched my videos, and hopefully in the future, I can grow even more. I know I just kind of stopped uploading after a while, but I think I'm getting kind of into a rhythm here, so I really like doing this, and I really appreciate you guys, and have a great new year. Hopefully it's better than 2020, and stay safe out there.